Hello, hello. Testing to see if everything's working fine. I guess it is. Let me just adjust my position here. Let's do this. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to another live stream. Just another live stream. Second week is actually coming very close to ending. Actually, like tomorrow is the first day of the third week. So yeah, time's just moving forward and running, and I'm staying behind. But that's fine, you know. October is actually a pretty big month, so I'll still try to finish the game in October. I cannot promise that, but I'll try my best to do that, right? I've been working a lot lately, especially this weekend. I worked so much, and there's a lot of stuff to show you. So, yeah, let's get right into that. So, first of all, let me see if everything's alright. Guess it is. Guess it is. Okay. Let's do this, right? Now you can see the screen, and here we are on a sprite. But this time I'm going to show you what I made during this weekend, right? And I worked a lot. Okay, first of all, I made the item sprites. Remember that last stream I was just messing around with items and like the character throwing that ball, that sphere, that empty bubble of some sort. Yeah, I wanted to just have that finished so I can, or at least started working on that, so I can finally move to making the sprites for the items, right? And here we are. I made a total of 16 different items. Okay, 4 for each crafting station. That's not a good like term for that. Crafting station is not correct since it's not necessarily a crafting, but it describes it really well, right? So here we have the strawberry cake, the raspberry pie, the cream cupcake or muffin, cream muffin, the chocolate roll cake. That's right, the chocolate roll cake. Then we have the espresso coffee, the mocha coffee. Oh, no, this is the cappuccino, right? This is the mocha. This is au lait, or actually latte. This one is the fruit juice, like just a mix of fruits. I don't know why when I made this I was thinking about a orange juice with mint or something like that. Then we have the milkshake, we have the boba tea, we have the this one is kind of a stretch, but it's the blueberry cocktail. Then we have the ice creams, right? We have the banana split, sorbet, frozen yogurt, and sundae, right? So these are the foods that I made for the game, okay? So there are a total of 16 different foods, all right? You can see by the tabs on a sprite where each one like is made. You can see the oven, like is this for here. Then the coffee machine are the coffees, and then the blender are the drinks, these drinks. And then the freezer is actually the ice creams. So yeah, everything is already on the game too. So let me just move to the top screen so you can see that. And are you going to tell that my click team just broke? Yeah, my click team just broke. Oh yeah, so my computer simply like not crashed, but something very strange just happened. Like right before I started streaming, and I'm very concerned about streaming. And my Steam is on my tablet. What the? Okay, sometimes the visual drivers just completely break for absolute no reason. But that's fine, you know, that's fine, that's fine. I'm just adjusting my Steam. Luckily you cannot see that right now, because it's very messy. Okay. Now everything should be working fine, you know. It was like very random, like suddenly out of nowhere, my screen went black and all the colors got messed up, and then the sound of something like getting unplugged, you know, just pop it up, and then everything came back to normal. Like nothing was happening. But then lots of stuff were out of place, including stuff that were not supposed to be on tablet were on the tablet, and stuff that's supposed to be on tablet were actually on the main monitor. A lot of stuff just broke. So yeah, my click team was still broken by that. Sorry for the waiting, actually. Now I believe that I can finally move to show you the stuff that I have changed. Oh, and then my model is gone. Sorry about that. Alright, now everything's alright, okay? Everything's fine, it's alright, okay? So, here you can see on the left all the 16 different items, right? Right now they're kinda buggy. I want to reprogram all of them, like remake the entire code for them, because they're actually very broken and buggy. But for now it's working, just for the concept, so I can just see how they look and everything, and gotta say, they don't look good. Yeah, the sprites, when you look close to them, closer actually, they are very, very cute, you know, they kinda match. But from far away, they're too detailed, and the background, the bubble, like sprite, does not help. So I'm going to have to test a lot of stuff about that, but let me show you, okay. So here we have just one of each row of items. Here we have the cake, the first coffee, the juice, and the banana split, right? And I can just pick them up and throw them. Yeah, it works, right? Kinda. You see that the coffee just stopped early? That's because the game is actually understanding all of them as one thing, not as one group of objects in each separated object, but no, as one giant object. So I had to, you see that it kind of bugged. There's one bug that can happen if I'm very precise with my timing, that I can make one item just falls down to the void like that, you see? Oh yeah, I know why that happens, but I have no idea how to fix that. So that's why I want to remake the entire code, because this one is too messy right now, you know? This one is too messy. But for the concept, it works, and whenever two objects collide, they just, like, repel each other. Ooh, for 1 pixel they did not collide there. But I'm kinda liking it, kinda liking the movement and stuff, you know? Let me just show you up here. If you can hear my cat, it's like very loud meowing at my window right now. Okay, Bella. She does that sometimes. I don't know why. But yeah, if you can hear my cat, she's alright, okay? I know she screams like she's dying, but she's alright, okay? She just does that sometimes. Okay, here we have the oven, okay? And where you can make the pie, actually the pie as well, but the strawberry cake, okay? Alright, and there's one last thing that I did this weekend that changed a lot. Okay, let me show you this. Yeah, I changed the shotgun shot. I made a different blast animation for the shot and removed the laser. It now has a very short range, right? not very short. You can see that I can still hit stuff like from here, but from here I cannot hit anymore, but from here I can. Like, this range is something that I can change very easily, and I'll have to rework that sometime, probably. I'll have to test a lot during gameplay to see if this range is good, you know? Oh yeah, so why I did this change, why I made it. Like, okay, so the laser was good, it was beautiful, I really liked it, but in the end, it was not very impactful, you know? The fact that you can see the projectile, like the laser, the beam, to be more precise, actually takes a lot of that impact from the shot itself, you know? So this is why I changed it. It was actually a very good suggestion from my brother, right? So yeah. This animation may seem simple, but it's actually very complex. You can see that there is for a split second, there's a giant blast, right? Very spiky blast. And lots of smoke and particles and stuff like that. These particles look the same as the particles of the shot hitting the wall, but they're actually separated objects, alright? Oh yeah, but I find this blast a lot better. And I'm going to make a reload animation for the shotgun as well, really soon. Because I want you to shoot, and then reload, and then shoot again, and then reload, and then shoot, and then reload, and shoot, and reload. Yeah, I don't want the shotgun to be like a machine gun of some sort, you know? It's very slow right now, but it's not what I want. I want you to shoot once, and then have to wait a little before shooting again. Because in the end, this is more like a guess game, and I must like make a penalty if you guess wrong, you know? So if you miss the shot or like shoot and the customer don't die, which is something that I'm planning to do, that not every customer, like fake customer actually, aberration as I like to call them, or anomaly, it doesn't matter actually, will not, some of them will not die from one shot, alright? So yeah, some of them will have to take two shots. And this is where the shotgun reloading comes like to mess with the player. Because imagine there's a fake customer here, it wakens up and then you shoot it and then it got stunned for a little, but then you have to reload your gun before shooting again and then it just leaps towards you. So you have to kind of dodge it and shoot it again. You know, something like that. Sorry, I'm still coughing a little bit. It's kind of strange how like that one virus keeps some symptoms after like a whole week. So yeah. So that's pretty much what I did on the weekend, right? What I made on the weekend. Let me just show you the blast particle here. It's not very interesting. It just starts like this blast and then just gets pointy and removes the back points, the back space, you know? It's very simple. The laser, I actually just removed the animation. I still have the sprites, right? So if anything, I can just come back to it. But yeah, I decided to keep this way. It's very, I kind of like it. It's very good, I feel. Oh, sorry, I just like hit the table. Sorry if the mic just got crazy. I kind of like the effects, you know, like the blast effects. And keep in mind that whenever you hit someone, it's going to freeze the screen a little bit for a tiny amount of time, you know, for a little amount of time. So yeah, it's going to give even more impact to this action, you know. So I think this shotgun shot is perfect right now. Again, I'm changing lots of stuff in this game, so it's very likely that I'll have to change that later as well. But I'm not going to think too much about that. I like it the way that it is right now, so I'm going to leave it this way right now, okay? Maybe later on I'll have to change something, but then that's later. I can always just change stuff. There's no problem about that, really. Okay, so today, what I want to do today, okay, so I have 3 options about what to do today. I have even more options, but 3 that I want to do right now, okay, that are the next steps. First of all, is the collisions, right? Collisions are very important, and I actually have 4 things that I have to do, but remaking the items, it's something that I really don't want to do right now, because I'm working too much on these items, and I'm kind of, like, putting other stuff that are more important aside, you know? So I want to work on the items first. And then I have, oh yeah, so I have to work on the items last, actually, not first, last. I don't want to work them right now. So I have 3 things that I want to work right now, okay? So I have the collisions, which are very important, and at the moment the game has none. Like, you can see the shot just hits a wall, but everything else just, like, phases through. Oh yeah, and there's another thing that I want to change, is the perspective of the walls. I want to remake the walls, you know? They're kind of strange looking right now. I want to make them more, like, with a better perspective. I believe that's going to be, like, better. But that's something later again, it's just visual, so it doesn't matter, right? So I can make the collisions. I can make the shotgun reloading animation, which is something very good, but it's going to take some time. Like, not as much time as the collisions, but like animating is very hard and kind of takes some time, so yeah. And then the other thing that I can do is the crafting system. That's right, I can make the menus and everything when you interact with the stations, right? Oh yeah, one thing that I can already delete is these things here, right? The projectile walls. I can just completely delete them from existence because it doesn't matter anymore. Like, really, it really doesn't matter anymore. Like, yeah, that's not that. I believe that there's, oh yeah, there's nothing here, okay. Oh yeah, because those were just to stop the projectiles from, like, coming out of the cafeteria grounds, you know, the walls. Like, if for some reason the collision with the walls doesn't work, the projectile doesn't go to infinity. But that's something that I should not be concerned about, because the projectile has a range attached to it, and it's not going to go very far. Even the previous version, the beam, actually had a range attached to it. So yeah. Those walls around were, like, stupid. They should not be there, actually. Like, it's not like they're not necessary anymore, you know? Okay, so let's stop playing and actually get into work, okay? So first of all, let me just, oh, sorry. Let me just cover the screen and play some music. Today's music is a little bit different. I'm not going to play Tunic soundtrack or the Hightail hip hop lo-fi again. I'm going to play something different. I decided that I want to listen to, at least once, the Forest of Stray soundtrack that my brother composed. I think it's really good. I really like to listen to the soundtrack. I hope he doesn't mind. But yeah. Actually, I hope he don't mind that I'm using the soundtrack as music for my streams. So yeah, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to play the Forest of Stray soundtrack for today. Just because I want to. Oh yeah. Okay, so I put the entire soundtrack except one song, which is the only song which has vocals, right? Because I don't want to spoil anything, you know? If you want to listen to that song, just go check the soundtrack for yourself or play the game. like to get the secret ending. Actually, the secret ending is very good. Forest of Stray secret ending is amazing. I made it, but I can say it's amazing, right? I'm very proud about that, still. And I feel like not lots of people actually got, like, that ending, got to see that. It's like one of the best parts about the game, you know? So let's work on collisions, then. I guess I feel like I'm going to work on collisions. I really don't want to work on collisions. Okay, but I have absolutely no choice. So let's work on collisions. Okay, so I want to get the cafe walls big. Yeah, cafe walls big. This is what I want to get, okay? Oh, not another frame actually. Let me just create another layer. This is fine. Okay, so how am I going to make the collisions? Okay, I know the Click team has lots of ways of doing automatic collisions, but as I already said before, I don't like using pre-made stuff all that much. I like creating some of them myself. The ones that I know how to do, I like to just make them. And that's with collisions. I know it's not a good thing with collisions, because collision is very complex, and they can go wrong very easily. But I don't care, I just make them my way, okay? So the walls collisions and the objects collisions are going to be handled differently. Okay, the walls collisions are going to be just bars across the walls, and the object collisions are going to be boxes, you know? And the code is even different, okay? So there are two different kinds of collisions, you know? And these corners here will probably be very buggy, so that's why I'm planning on adding something here that will just... Or actually the chair already helps, you know? Not letting the player come near these corners, I think it's a good thing. Okay, so let's start with the collisions then. Okay, so I don't remember which color was, because I have a color code, right, for collisions and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, purple is down, blue is left, red is right, and upwards is green. I think that's it. That's what I'm going to do, okay? That's how I'm going to go. So I'm going to create just... Yeah, it can be 16. Like, the value here doesn't matter all that much. It's just to make sure that the player actually collides with the walls. Oh yeah, but I'm doing it right. I'm doing it wrong already. Oh yeah. That's it. Let me just see. Yeah, it's alright. Okay, then we have the upwards, which is going to be green. Dun, 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 dun. Then we have the bottom that's actually purple. So these are the main collisions actually, right? The main 4 collisions. So I'm going to just save them. Okay, so this one is café. Oh yeah, café collision air. That's right. Then I'm just going to do this with café collision. Oh, sorry. Café collision L. Café collision U. For right, left, up, and down, right? So this one is going to be D. The café collision D. Alright. I could just make them into the game right now, but I don't want to do that. I want to first get these collisions here working, okay? So the colors for these collisions are actually ones that I'll decide right now. I feel like I'm going to use this pink for this collision here. So they're all in the same layer, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to use the yellow for this collision here. I'm trying to color code it in a way that makes sense. So this blue here, this bluish green here for this one. And finally, for this one, I'm going to use this one. Luckily, I have colors to do that. In my previous palettes, I would not have enough colors to do this, okay? Because, look, this tone here, and this tone here are tones that I usually don't have in my palettes. Like, this one is not an exception, but kinda. Those tones are very good, you know, to have. Like those colors, actually. RU. RB. LD, and then LU. Alright. Now I can get to work on them. Let me just move the screen upwards. Oh, sorry about that. Sometimes my desktop just flashes. That's Windows doing its stuff, you know. It's when I hover my mouse over something on the taskbar. Like, not taskbar, but the toolbar here. I don't know the name in English, sorry. But the Windows just decides to break in some ways. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so Cafe Collision. I named it in singular, right? Yeah, Cafe Collision is alright. It's perfect. Collision Air. Let me just copy this name. Cafe Collision Air. Don't keep the original hotspots, please. Kinda look good. Kinda looking good, actually. So now let me create another one. Just change it to L. So this is going to take a while, okay? Because just implementing this stuff takes a while, naturally. But I'm going to try to do it the fastest way that I can, okay? Oh yeah, the upwards collision, I'll have to change something in that later. So whenever I make this the way that I'm doing right now, it's going to block the entrance to the kitchen. Right, so yeah, I have to change some stuff there as well. And actually, that collision is going to be a pain. You know, the collision of the hallway. LD. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. if I hit play, you can see these walls, right? These are the collisions. Actually, you will not be able to move past these ones here, okay? As well as the objects, okay? The objects would stop there as well. I don't know if I'll make the objects stop here or I'll make the objects stop on the projectile collision. I believe that making the projectile collision as the collision for the objects is better, you know? So you'll not be able to move upwards from here, you know? Okay. Now the first step is actually... I could make this... I could make it on the global events, but I feel like I'm going to work on the normal events for this. Collisions. No, I'm not going to work on the normal events. I'm going to work on the shotgun items. Actually, on top of items, I'm going to make the collisions. Because collisions are more important than the items, alright? So, whenever it's overlapping... Oh yeah, so it just breaks the visual, that's fine. Okay, so let me just import all of them. You know, I know the order that I just created them, so that's fine. Okay, and now, just to like invisibility, make it visible. Actually, visibility, make it invisible. Okay, so now they should be invisible. And okay, so if the character is overlapping the cafe collision R, it's going to position, set X coordinate of this position X coordinate minus player speed. So let me see if it's working. Yeah, it's working a little bit. Actually, minus player speed. Is that alright? If I just place the maximum amount of player speed, how is that going to look like? So it's working, but very strangely, because the character just vibrates. Now I want to change the player speed +1. Not plus, -1. Actually, not like this. Like this. It's even worse. It's even worse. Can I put like half a number? I don't think I can. Like I can, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. Yeah, it's not going to make any difference, okay? So yeah, just let it be player speed, alright? Then, if it's overlapping to the left wall, it's going to be plus player speed. So let me just test it. Yeah, so it's working. I have to change a lot of stuff in these collisions. Oh, I don't know. Were you able to actually see me testing this collision here? Sorry, I didn't think about that, but my avatar is in the way actually, again. Just normal day, you know. Oh yeah, and my throat just completely died. Sorry. Maybe soon I'll have to actually go drink some water. I usually just leave a glass of water actually right next to me, but this time I just forgot and decided to not pick one. So yeah, my bad. Collision U, and now I'm going to change the Y coordinate. Y coordinate minus player speed. No, it's not minus, it's plus player speed. Oh yeah. 4. Now it's minus player speed, okay. So now, if I collide with this one, it's going to stop me. And if I collide with this top one, it's going to stop me as well. The only one that's not going to stop me are the corners, you know. So this is why I can just do this, you know, I can just like clip back in. Alright. Now let's work on the corners. Okay. So whenever you're colliding with air U, it's going to do this and the top as well. Oh yeah, so you see when I mentioned that these collisions are very clanky and janky and strange, but to be honest, they're working a lot better than I expected, so that's a positive point, I guess. Okay, so let me just separate them very quickly. Okay, so RD, so I have to change this to minus, and then LD, let me just, it's like this, and then finish. LU, so this one is X plus, that's right, and this one is plus as well. Okay, so now you should not be able to go anywhere from this, from the cafeteria, you know, you should not be able to move like towards anywhere, you know. It kind of works, you know, it kind of works. But I want to add, oh yeah, so let me just save this very quickly. Fine. Let me just add one like configuration here, okay, one stuff here, okay. So this will work if the direction is greater than 0. Okay, so what this means? This means that the character is actually moving a little, you know, the character is just walking, you know. But what if you know what, let me just put this right here. Sorry, you had to sneeze. I'm feeling that today is one of those days, you know what I mean? There's lots of like repeated code, but I don't care, okay? I'm not a programmer, I'm a developer. There are different stuff, okay? These are actually different things, okay? So if this one is equals to 0, so this one is equal, oh no, direction equal, and equal to 0. I want to do something different, okay? So I want to minus 1, simply 1, okay? Why is that, you might be asking? Okay, it's just so if the player is inside the walls and it's stopped, it's going to get slowly pushed away, you know? So this is why I make it, okay, so there's a better way of doing this, okay? Yeah, like this. Oh yeah, like this is a lot better. Okay, so if the player is stopped, like it's not moving, and it's inside a wall, it's going to slowly get pushed away, you know? Oh yeah, so it kinda... Oh, sorry. It kinda looks strange because the character goes backwards and then forwards again. It's not like the best system, but you know what? It's working. I guess that's good enough. And it's actually a very simple system, you know? It has like tons of lines of code because I don't know how to optimize it better. But yeah, what matters is that it's working. So let me just cough a little bit again to clean my throat. I really don't know why this is happening. It may be some allergy, because if you don't know, here in Brazil we're actually entering spring, right? So yeah, we just finished winter and now we're entering spring. Actually, it's been almost a month since we entered spring. Yeah. So I believe there's some correlation to that. I may have some sorts of allergies. I know that I have, but I don't know to what, you know? Okay. So, what to do now? There's one thing that I have to do now, okay? So let me just block the screen a little bit and move to the... Where's my sprite? Oh yeah, it's here. Let's move to the sprite, right? Here we are on sprite, and I have to change... I'll change this, I guess. Like... Move like this, but if I remove like this, it's going to remove just 48. It's good to have a margin, you know, something like this. But then I'll have to make it like this, you know. Oh yeah. But then I'm going to remove one more, okay? And this one is going to be kinda complicated. Yeah, this one is 16 as well. So this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted, okay? So let me just move this upwards here. Let's move this upwards here. Oh, and this one should be this color here, okay? So now the collisions are looking a little bit better, okay? Let me just remove every other collision that is not the top one. Oh yeah, sorry. That is not the topmost one. Okay, so this one is actually collision U. And then let me re-export the right and left collisions, you know? Because I want to see if that's going to be enough, okay? Collision air. Yeah, don't need it. Collision L. Alright. Now let's move to the game and see if that works. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me just take that out of the way, okay? Now let's re-import the collisions. Okay, so this is Cafe Collision R. Yeah, Collision R. Okay. And then we have Collision L. And then we have Collision U. Okay, so let me see if it's working. Okay, so now I should be able to move to here. And there is walls here. But yeah, I kind of just like this corner can be very buggy. But I actually find that's like fine, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm not completely happy with these collisions, and I have to place them a little more like inside the place. Let me just do that very quickly. It's not going to take so much time, okay? Sorry. Okay. Now what I have to do is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Oh yeah, and now let me just move. Oh yeah, it's better if I just take these two here. I'll soon come back to you, okay? I'm just adjusting it very quickly. And it's not worth to just show you this step here, because this is very... You already seen it, okay? I'm just readjusting it a little bit to the sides, you know, making the door smaller. Unfortunately, I had to remove that margin of error, you know. Collision R. Then let me just re-export the collision L. And then let me just re-export the collision U. Okay, so you might be wondering. So there's lots of systems in this game that are kind of broken and do not work like the best way. Are you going to leave it like this? Probably not, okay. I'm focusing on just making them work just the enough. Just like the bare minimum, you know? Because I want to get this game finished soon, you know? I want to get this game finished in October still. But that doesn't mean that I will not change stuff later, you know? That only means that for October stuff may not work the exact intended way. And that's fine, you know? Like, that's completely fine. Okay, so I still think that I'm going to move the entire, like, this entire chunk here to the... But that's the thing, how can I do this without being ugly? Because, dude, how can I do this? Like, what the... Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'll have to figure that out later. There's a lot of stuff that I'll have to figure out later, okay? And what that means is that I have to break my head on a wall very violently, just to get an idea of how to do this stuff, you know? So, okay, so you know the collisions are very quirky and strange, but they work. So I'm going to leave them like this for now, and later on I'm going to polish them, right? Actually, this is the first time that I'm doing it this way. Usually I just polish like on the run, you know? But now I decided to make stuff a little differently, you know? So you know one thing that I'm going to do as well? Yeah, that kind of... Yeah, I'm going to do that as well, okay? So what I'm going to do now is to take the shot collision. I don't remember the name. Café projectile walls. Big. Yeah. And I'm going to remove the topmost part for obvious reasons, you know? So I'm going to save these ones. This one are as actually café collisions.asprite, okay? Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not showing you the sprite again, because I'm just saving stuff and adjusting stuff. Yeah, so this one is actually the cafe. Oh god, just show me all files, please. Cafe projectile walls. Alright. Cafe projectile walls. Okay, so now you can see that the door no longer has a projectile wall. Okay. Oh, of course, and you can still like just use the recoil of the gun to move you to the top, you know? I'll have to change that as well, but that's very quickly to change actually, that's very quick. Okay, so let me do that right now, okay? So, if... This one is very simple, okay? This one is very, very simple. It's just one line of code with tons of R's. One more R. Okay. Not direction, not direction. If this one animation is playing, recoil. If recoil is playing, right? If recoil is playing and it's colliding with all those walls, I could just put them into a group, but I think that's not worth it. Okay, collision R, collision L, collision U, collision D, collision D, collision D. This one, then this one, then this one, and then this one. Oh yeah, so I had it right first time. Okay, so LU, LD, RD, RU, D, U, L, and R. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. And now I'm going to change the movement to 0. Simple as that, okay? So now whenever you hit a wall because of the recoil, you're like going to stop immediately, you know? You're not going to move past the wall as it was happening like before. Oh yeah, sure, the shot kind of breaks a little bit, but I think that's fine, you know? If that means that it's going to work, then that's what truly matters. Oh yeah. That's what truly matters. Oh yeah, another thing that I have to do very quickly is just extend the projectile walls upwards, you know? Yeah, so it's 16.2? 16.2, okay, so it's kind of convenient. Okay, so let me move to Asprite, because now I have a lot of work. Okay, not a lot of work, but some work on Asprite, okay? Okay, so this is the projectile collision. I was changing it a little bit, just a little bit. Café collisions, not Asprite. Oh yeah. Okay, let me just move to click team very quickly and test if the projectile wall is working. Oh yeah, you know that, like, the way that I usually make my games, like, it's like a mess between going from one monitor to another, and it's very hard to just let you see the correct monitor every time. So sorry if sometimes I do stuff on the other monitor and like you cannot see that. That's just because it's too much work to just change from one monitor to another every time, so I just change when it's worth it, right? When I think it's worth it. Okay, so just wait a little bit. Okay, I'm back. Now let's do something quite strange, okay? This is... yeah. Okay, so first of all, let me just get the kitchen walls. Kitchen walls. I just need the kitchen walls. Sorry. Or actually could be good if I had everything here. Okay. Oh. No, this is not what I wanted. I wanted this. Sometimes my Ctrl V simply does not work. I don't know why. It just started happening right now, like very recently. So let me just see one stuff. Okay, one thing. Does the kitchen walls... yeah, the kitchen walls have this nose. Okay, it was very ugly. It literally did not appear in the game, but it was just some extra sprite there, some extra pixels there that I wanted to remove. Now it's good. Okay, so I'm thinking if it's worth it to merge all the collisions into one blob, into one block of collisions, you know? I'm thinking if that's worth it. Because then I could create one background with both the cafeteria and the kitchen, right? And then make all the collisions one thing. At least the projectile collision. I think I'm not going to do that with the projectile collision. Or not with the projectile collision, with every collision, because... think with me, okay? So if I create another collision just for the kitchen, it's going to double the code. And that's not good. So I'm going to create a huge object that is just the collisions, okay? Huge objects, actually. So let me do that right now, okay? So let me just get the correct size, okay? And 1176. Oh yeah. This is perfect. Okay, so this is the size of the screen, right? The size of the game. And now, let me just delete this. And get these, okay? And just move it down. So you know what? Let me just move it like this. And I just adjust it here. Let me see how it works, okay, how it is. Okay, so it's actually... so it fits perfectly there, but it has more pixels down. Okay, so I'll have to move it like this. Yeah, I believe that's it. This is how it is. And deselect, please. Can you please deselect? Oh yeah, so I was selecting this. Okay, so let me just... Okay, so I'll wait, okay, I'll wait a little bit, okay, so now I have to get the cafe roof. Wow, we are already on the challenge level 5 music. It's kinda crazy, you know? I don't think I'll need anything more than just the roof, and I'm not going to get anything else in this. Okay, so kitchen roof. Okay, so one thing that I have to do is just check how the kitchen roof connects with the cafeteria roof. Okay, so very quickly, let me just check if everything's working. Let me see if the music is working as well. Yeah, it is, okay. It doesn't hurt anything to just check if everything's fine, you know? It's good to do that sometimes, because I don't know when stuff might break out of nowhere. It's very common. Actually, it's very common to stuff just break. Sorry for that. But sometimes I feel like I'm that nerdy emoji, you know? Like saying actually all the time. Let me just check one thing, okay? Yeah, I just took a screenshot, okay? Very quickly. Here. Okay, so it should be 4 pixels. Yes, it's 4 pixels, okay? So it works perfectly. Why is... What the... What? Why? Let me see this. Why? It's... Oh, the walls were like 1 pixel upwards. Or downwards, actually. Dude. This is actually background, okay? Yeah, but what I wanted to check is already checked, okay? So, taking a screenshot like this is very interesting because we can see how the game looks. Just like the tables and the pies and everything and the foods. And this is the shotgun very distorted just to look downwards. When you're looking from far away, it doesn't matter, you know, it looks good. But this is the shotgun, this is the character holding the shotgun. And here we have a sprite inside of a sprite. Kinda crazy, yeah? I know. Okay, item bubble, I'll not need that right now. I believe that I'll keep this ones. Okay. Okay, so it works. Okay, so now let's just take this one and move it right here. And it fits perfectly. Okay, so this is the cafeteria looking from up above, right? Let me just check if that's correct. I kind of feel like that's correct. Okay, so let me just see. 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. So it should be 96 plus 96. 192, okay. So 192. And it's not. Oh yeah, but that's because it has some pixels like outside. Okay, I think that's fine. I think it's close enough to be correct, you know. It's just because the roof kind of leaks a little bit outwards. Remember, I don't know if you watched the previous streams or what, but I'm pretty sure that I said that stuff on this game is not tile perfect. You know, I usually make stuff like on tiles very perfectly. I don't usually make stuff that leaks out of the tiles, but this time with this game, I'm doing that a lot. So this is one of the examples, okay? So this one just leaks out of the tiles a little bit. Okay, but I think this is correct. So let me just take this one here. Okay. Oh yeah, first of all, let me create Okay, so this one here. I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, I'm going to wait a little bit. Okay, so luckily this will work. Okay, so this is correct, I guess. I guess it is correct, okay? Let me just reduce the opacity of this one a little bit. Yeah, 50 is fine. It's good enough for reference. And then I can just have it like right here, you know. Okay, so now let me get the kitchen collision. Kitchen collision. It was actually kitchen projectile collision. Kitchen projectile walls. Dude, why I named it walls? Why do I do this to myself? Okay, so it already fits perfectly. So let's just do this and do this. And now remove this one here, okay. So now, let me just remove that and save it as projectile collision. Oh yeah, projectile collision. Are collisions? Collisions. Projectile collisions. Collisions or collision is just one collision, or it's actually just one collider, but I like to call it on plural. Because yes, it's called walls, right? On plural. Yeah, it's called on plural. Okay, so I'm going to save it as projectile collisions. Let me just remove the topmost one and then add another, like projectile collisions. And then let me just remove the cafe. Again, sorry for not showing you. Okay. Projectile collisions, okay. Yeah. Now it's where stuff gets strange. Okay, so it should be working. Let me just test it out very quickly. Oh yeah, so it is indeed working. But then I'll have to come here and change, since I changed the name, right? I still have the backup. I think that I'm going to delete the backup. Yeah, I'm going to delete the backup because it really doesn't matter anymore. Like really, it really doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so I just deleted the backup and hopefully everything should be working now. Let me just see. No, it's not working because it still has that phantom object. Dude, why? Why? Kitchen projectile walls doesn't exist anymore. This walls doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to import a new object. Kitchen roof, kitchen roof, kitchen roof, windows. Where is this godforsaken object? Oh, projectile collisions, it's right here. So it was fine, it was fine, it was fine. Okay, so start a frame, make it invisible. Okay, so make it invisible. Okay, so let me just see if it's working. Okay, because the projectile actually collides with anything on the group 0, right? Yeah. And it is indeed inside the group 0. So, you know what? I think that I can just make it work on the group 0 and everything inside group 0 just gets deleted. Gets deleted. No. Not get deleted. Sorry. I'm just babbling too much. I'm just saying too much crap right now. Okay, so it gets like invisible. Alright. So I believe it's working. Okay. So why it's not a good idea to use objects this big, okay, objects this huge? The reason is very simple. It's because it takes a lot of memory. Clicked Infusion, like, holds very well lots of tiny objects, but it holds very poorly like huge objects. And these objects are huge, like the collisions, okay? So this is why I usually would not recommend anyone doing something like this. But there's a very simple solution actually that I'll probably be doing just for the sake of optimization, you know? It doesn't look great. I believe it does look great. I think it does look great indeed. So I'll not need that anymore. I'll have to make the collisions right now, okay. Like this. Like extend these collisions, you know? Something that you can do that may actually help to improve the performance a little bit is like cropping the images on ClickTeam, okay? So you can see that whenever I export with all these huge spaces, like empty space here, you know, those void tiles, you know, those transparent tiles. This can actually be avoided on ClickTeam if you crop the image when importing it to the software actually. Sorry. When you import the image to the software, you can just crop it. And by cropping it, it like reduces all this mess here. The only problem of doing that is if you want to move the object tile perfect, it's going to be a lot of work, so it's recommended to just first set the collisions perfectly, or the object that you want actually to, the huge object that you want to move, you know, set it on the perfect position, alright, the definitive position, and then crop it. If you want to move it, uncrop it and then crop it again, okay, like re-import it without cropping it, and then crop it again. After you change the position, of course. So yeah. That's because when you crop an image, it's most likely, like 99% of the times, it's not going to be tile perfect, it's not going to fit the tile perfectly, you know, the tiles of the game. Oh yeah, just for some context, okay, so this music that are playing right now is actually from the original Forest of Strays, the Game Jam version. My brother took the effort to actually just place this music, this piece of the soundtrack as bonus tracks. And I find it really good because I really love the original soundtrack as well as the new one, so having both of them in one folder is amazing. I would like argue that the best part of my games are actually the soundtrack. Not for Soulslinger though, not for Soulslinger, okay. This is another thing, okay, so I'm very excited to learn how to make music again, okay? Because for Soulslinger I learned some things, like very little to be honest. I just practiced a little and made some demos and stuff like that. But like I want to make that one of my skills, you know, I want to really get into making music. I know that's going to be a very hard journey, but I don't want to make music as good as my brother do. I want to make music at least decent, you know? Like, if one day I'm going to remake the soundtrack for Soulslinger, I want it to be at least enjoyable, you know? So, yeah. But making music is another medium of art, you know? And I'm very into visual arts, you know? And game design and game development and this, like, kind of art, not into music. I'm, like, really not into music, but that's not because I don't like music. I really love music. I love listening to music, and I feel like my creative side would be very happy to make some music, you know? Okay, so I guess these are the collisions, right? It looks kind of pretty, doesn't it? The shape of the object is very strange, but it looks kind of good, you know? I kind of find it cute. It's very strange. Okay, so you can see that the outline, the perfect outline of the cafeteria and the kitchen, all color-coded by sides. Alright, okay, so let's re-export it. This is the boring part, okay? Keep in mind that I have to do this, like, all the time, okay? Like, literally all the time I have to do this. Every time that I make a new game that has collisions like this, I have to do this, okay? So these ones are called collisions R. I'm just going to call them collisions R. I know what I'm referring to, actually. I really know what I'm referring to. So, collisions L. Now let's just do this. Collisions U. Collisions D. I think I started with this one, right? Yeah, so collisions RU. When I crop these images, it's going to look very better. Like in the game, it's not going to change anything, but it's going to save so much memory. I actually not sure if that's memory or... how can I call it? What's the name? Let me just Google it very quickly, okay? Just so I'm sure that I'm saying the correct thing, okay? Oh yeah, I'm just going to call it processing power. I don't know if that's the correct term for that. Yeah, processing power. I think that's good enough. Okay, so I don't know if it actually saves processing power or if it saves memory, but it doesn't matter. It saves something. LD, and then LU. Okay, now let's go back to QuickTime. And this is the original music for the battle with the Little Witch, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check it out very quickly. Just check it very quickly, very quickly. Yes, it's the Little Witch battle. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is the same music for the battle with the cat. Okay, so now I have to rename them all to just collision. Not collision, collisions, because now it's on plural. Okay, so collisions L. You see, I'm very picky with some details that are completely useless. Like, if it's collision or collisions, it doesn't matter. It should not be a problem to me, but it is, actually. Oh, not like this. Collisions? Yeah. I don't know if it's because of my OCD or what, but some of these, some details, I have to get them right, you know? Okay, so these images are huge, dude. It's going to lag, I believe. I believe it's going to lag. Oh yeah, so my click team just suffers to open these images, you know? You see the delay? It's because the images are too big. But I'll soon crop them, don't worry about that. Okay, so I'll crop them very soon. Collisions U. No, not projectile collisions. I want to change the collisions. E. At this point, I don't know if it saves more power to just copy the code again to have like duplicated code. Oh my god. Okay. So I really don't know. Okay. It might be healthier, quote unquote, healthier, to have this one's what? Oh, collisions LED. Okay. To have like duplicate oh god, duplicated code, okay, than having giant objects like this, because these giant objects really takes a lot of space, you know, a lot of resources just to have them. So I don't know if it's a good idea to do what I'm doing right now. Okay, so let me just see if it lags. If it lags, I will not be surprised. Okay, so it does not lag, but I already went into, let me just see the FPS, okay? Oh yeah, it's very consistent. Oh yeah, so it's very consistent, okay, so it's working. Okay, so let me just crop them very quickly. First of all, let me crop this one. Cropped. Doesn't change anything, but you see all this, all like the space that it just removed. This is what saved the most, you know? Oh yeah, you see this? It saves even more space. It's like perfect. So if I ever want to change this, oh, not this one. If I ever want to change the position of these collisions, it's going to be such a hassle, because I'll have to re-import all of them, you know? Okay, this one is... yeah, so I believe that this one is correct. Oh yeah, this one's correct. Oh yeah, alright. Okay, so now everything is a lot smaller. Okay. And I think it's perfect, okay? So it's working. What just happened up there? What just happened up there? Like, what the? Okay, I don't know. I guess I know, but... okay, so now you can see that I cannot move outside of the cafeteria grounds, you know? I'll have to stick inside. This is because the collisions are working, okay? This is because the collisions are perfectly fine. Let me just do one more thing, okay? Let's remove that, okay? Perfect. Now let me just save. And let's clean. Oh, not this one. I don't have the... and it's not good to show that on stream, okay? So I'll just... broke that and come here, okay? Okay, so this is the... like, folder with all the files, you know? Yeah, I like to keep tons of .pngs. But I guess it doesn't matter, okay? So I'm going to just remove the cafe collisions, you know? Every cafe collisions, I'm just going to remove them. There's lots of unused graphics here, sprites actually. I'm going to keep the projectile collisions, you know, just in case I may need them in the future. I'll probably never need them, But that's just something. One thing that I can actually do as well is crop the ground and the walls and the rooftops and everything. But I believe that's enough for now. Okay, so maybe in the future I just crop them as well. Because I don't know if I'll have to move them around. You know, the walls, I know that I'll have to change them. So I may have to move them a little bit. Actually, making the collisions before remaking the walls was not very wise, right? Because I have to remake the collisions, but that's fine, you know. Like, all that I made now, it was like, let me just see how... Yeah, like 1 hour of work. Like, it was not all that much, to be honest. So I can just redo that very quickly, remake that, you know. Okay, let me just save again to make sure. And now, oh god, now comes a not very exciting part of the process. So I'm very satisfied with it, actually. Yeah, I'm kind of satisfied with it. Not in this place here, because the hair of the character just clips through to the door top. I'll have to change that somehow. I guess I know how to do that. That's going to require a little bit of code. But I know how to do that, okay? I will not do that right now, because it's actually very unnecessary. But yeah. Okay, so now let me try to make the collisions for the items. Okay, now that I have all the wall collisions and everything, let me just try to make them for the items, okay? So let's create another sub category called collisions, but not collisions again. I'm going to call it item collisions. Perfect. Okay, sorry if I'm hitting the table again, okay? I do that a lot. Let me just adjust my position very quickly. And like just stretch a little bit, cause yeah. Okay, now if the group 1 is actually colliding with the projectile walls. I don't know, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's not here. It's colliding with group 0 maybe? No, I'm not going to go with group 0. I'm going to go with projectile walls. Yeah, if it's colliding with projectile walls and group 1 animation is actually playing the sliding, bouncing. Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, so if it's playing the bouncing, dude, I have to create some. Oh god, why do I do this to myself? I have to create so. Oh god. This is of course if I want to make them bounce. But if I just want to make them stop on walls, it's very easy. It's just like movement, multiple movements, like movement 0. Oh yeah, but this is actually very ugly, and I don't want this to happen. And it's not even collectible anymore. That's because it actually hits the projectile walls, but if we make that if it hits the collisions are okay. Let me just test it very quickly. It kind of sticks. It's not very beautiful. Okay, it's not very beautiful. So I believe it's a lot better to make the items collide with this one, but then I'll do that later. Okay, so first of all, let's do this. Okay, so oh god, it's going to take me so much time. So I'll have to remake the entire items. Right, I'll have to remake the items anyway. So I'm going to not worry about their collisions right now. I'm going to do other stuff right now, because I'll have to remake them anyways. And by remaking them, I mean remaking all these lines of code here, you know? Oh yeah, this is going to be hard. Okay, so let me just fix the walls then, right? Let me just fix the walls. Okay, so it's very, very easy to do that. Not easy, but I have an idea of how to do that. It's going to be kind of messy, but I believe that's fine, okay? So I have to get the... Oh yeah, first of all, like, really, save this as the new collisions, okay? So, what's the name? Cafe collisions. Dude, I just don't save it as collisions. That is right. Okay. Let me just remove that cafe collisions, because I think it's not going to worth anything anymore. Okay. This is my favorite music of all Forest of Strays. The Grove soundtrack, okay? This music is just so good. I really like the others too, but this one's my favorite. I'm still very divided, like, in the size, if I like this version or the challenge version more. But I feel like this music is just perfect. And it's kinda strange to just think that it's already pretty much a year since my brother composed it. Yeah. If you think that making music is easy and quick, no, it actually takes a lot of time. I know that by myself and by my brother, right? Because making quality music is... Oh yeah, making music is very hard and takes a lot of time. But making quality music takes, of course, even more time. But it's worth it, you know? Both Merry Moth and Forest of Stray soundtrack are just perfect. Okay, so let me just check one thing very quickly. Oh yeah, so if you want to listen to the soundtrack, you can just get to the... You can just play the... You can just watch the YouTube playlist. I'm actually playing from the files. You can download it for free on the Steam store page, right? And you can actually download from the Bandcamp. I actually put there in the description as well. So if you want to get the soundtrack, it's completely free, you can just get it. Since I'm the developer, I have to do this. I recommend you to play my game, of course, because I think Forest of Strays is my best game until now. I hope that Smack, like, overcomes that, but I think that Smack's not going to do that, okay? I think Smack is going to be a beautiful game, like, perfect game, but it's not going to be better than Forest of Strays. Just because Forest of Strays has more history to me than Smack, you know? Forest of Strays is like one of my first games. Not in terms of the remake, you know, but the original version. It's like literally the first game that I ever released to the public. So yeah, it has lots of story with me, you know, and yeah, it kinda weights a lot when comparing it to my other projects, you know. Because at the moment, Smack is indeed one of my projects, and I'm really liking working on it. But I still don't have any history with this, you know. Like, if I just drop this tomorrow, I'll not miss this project, you know what I mean? But Forest of Strays, I was missing a remake for like years. So, yeah. I was missing working on something related to that game, you know, to that world that I created. And like retelling the story through the remake of Forest of Strays just like gives such a nice ending to this arc of my life, you know. It's very good. I really enjoyed making Forest of Strays, and I hope that I enjoy as much working on Smack. Which I'm doing, actually I'm enjoying a lot. But let's just hope that everything like works, you know. Okay, so I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so I need this to here. Collisions, I believe that oh yeah, but I already have them. I already have them right here. Yeah, I already have them right here. Okay, so let me just see. If I take... One, two, three, one, two, no, it's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I believe that I'll have to take this out. And I was messing with the wrong layer. I really hate when I'm messing with the wrong layer, you know. So I have to just take this here very quickly. And I'll have to... Okay, so how am I going to do this? Okay, so if you... You may have to put some triggers. But it doesn't really matter, okay? Let me just do the exact same thing here with the kitchen. The kitchen door. So it's one less, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, but it gets there. You know what? There's no problem. There's absolutely no problem in that. Like, really. $110. Really? That they are... Yeah, it's because the... Yeah, I think that's enough. That's good enough. So then let's just save this one as the cafe kitchen door. No, actually the kitchen door cafe. No, kitchen door in. And then let's just save it as kitchen door out. Keep in mind that this that I'm doing right now is entirely cosmetic. It doesn't change anything in gameplay. Okay, gameplay of the game essentially. It's just completely visual. Okay, so this one's called kitchen door in. Let's create another one called kitchen door out. Okay, kitchen door in. And let me just place it right here. Perfect. And then kitchen door out. Let me just place it right here. I know that it was not going to fit. Let me just see it. So there, perfect. Oh yeah, now it's perfect. Okay. Visually, it doesn't change anything, right? It's perfectly the same. But if, just if, okay? So this one I can do right here, it doesn't matter, okay? It's part of the camera transitions. So I'm going to just call it kitchen door. Okay, so if the player position, Y position, is greater, not X, I want it to be Y, is actually greater or lower. Lower or equal, this one here, and this one here. Why is it up here? I know why is it up here, but I don't care, I'm going to place it there, okay? So if this layer here, okay, position, compare layer to a value for igual, oh sorry, I just speak Portuguese, is equal to the layer of the walls. Where are the walls? Where are the walls? Here, position, get layer. Elevai position, okay, elevai, sorry again. Order, it's going to move to layer to this, okay, or not, it's going to move to the layer to the projectile, no, the roof, I want the roof, I want the roof, kitchen roof, cafe roof, that's exactly what I want, okay. But if this one is greater, and then the layer of this one is equals the layer not of this one, is equal to layer to this one here, it's going to change to the cafe walls. Let me just see it. So yeah, like plus 48 plus 48, just a test, okay, just to test something. Oh yeah, you see, that's exactly what I want, but I want it with less space, you know, I want it with like less space, but I don't know why it simply is not working anymore. So if I just move up here and move down here, yeah, it still has it. I don't know why it didn't work there. So I have to just change this value a little bit to plus 24 maybe. Let's see, okay, so yeah, I know that why sometimes it work and other times it don't. Like right now it's not working. Alright, I can just remove this here, you know. You see why it does not work sometimes? Like really, what's the problem? So oh, it's greater. Okay, so I messed up. Okay, so let me see. This one moves to this layer. So if this one is lower or equal, now it should work perfectly. Now it should work. Let's go down and go up, you know. It was my fault because the values were completely wrong. It's a little bit like abrupt, but I think that's... But I think it works, you know? It works a lot better than having the... like the hair sticking out like this, you know? It like works, you know? It just like feels that you're going in and out of the kitchen, you know? So let's just do the exact same stuff, but to this one here. Right? Plus 24. Plus 24? If I just remove the plus 24, how is it going to behave? Oh yeah, so it's very, very ugly. Maybe 24 is not a good number. Maybe plus 8. Or 12, maybe. Plus 12. I think that plus 12 is perfect. Because right here, you're just moving right here. No, I believe that plus 24 is better. Yeah, plus 24 is better. It actually works a lot better. Okay, plus 24. And now, up here, how I want this to work, okay? So I want to check if this is below. So I believe it's just the opposite, right? Minus 24 was greater or equal. If it's lower, it's going to change this, but I'm going to change to kitchen walls just because I'm picky. Kitchen walls, just because I'm not picky. I don't know if that's the like nitpicky. Actually, I just sorry. I'm not thinking straight right now. I'm just very focused to see this working. But maybe 24 is too much. Yeah, I believe that 24 for this one is too much. For this one is just... it's just perfect. For this one, I don't think that 24 is perfect. Or is it? Yes, because... yeah, it only depends on the perspective, actually. On this perspective that you're looking, you know. Oh yeah, but this can happen. Yeah, but this can happen. I'll just move to 12, I believe. Let me see if the shotgun can, like, clip again. Just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Yeah, maybe 12 is not very good as well. Having it like 8. But then again, 8 has another problem. There's this one. I'll leave it on 12. Or actually, I could just leave it in 10. That this one still happens a little bit, but shotgun one doesn't. Okay, so I'll leave it on 12, okay? I believe that 12 is the best one. Minus 12 and minus 12. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so minus 12, it doesn't happen with pretty much any one of them. Yeah, 12 is the perfect value. Right, this is correct. Okay, so I believe that 12 is the perfect value. Okay, so it's still not perfect, but it's a lot better than just having the character just clip through, you know what I mean? So let me just change one last thing, okay? So I want to change the roofs and the walls. So change this as the roof, and then kitchen walls, not kitchen walls. I don't want this anymore. I don't want the kitchen walls. I'll need collisions. I don't want anymore. Kitchen roof, kitchen door out. Screw that. Okay. I just want cafe walls. Big. Cafe walls. Big. Now let me just move this to here. See if it works. It works. Okay. And now the kitchen roof. I want to just change this as well. Okay, so cafe walls and cafe roof, kitchen walls and kitchen roof. Okay. So what I did was just some adjustments on the cafe walls, right? So cafe walls, big. Some very minor adjustments, okay? Like I just removed the door tops from here. Oh, but then again, these ones here, I may need them. Okay, but later on I'll just add them. There's no problem in that. Okay, so now I want the kitchen walls. Kitchen walls and then kitchen roof. Okay. Now it's good, okay? Yeah, so it's working pretty much perfectly. And here I cannot come here. I'll have to add the main doors too and add the bathroom door. I still have lots of stuff that I have to do, you know? Yeah, but it feels very natural, you know, to just go up and go down from here. Let me see, like, carrying an item. How does it feel? Oh yeah, carrying an item may cause some problems, you know? Like, it just clips through the top part. Yeah, this is why I should not have changed that. Okay, but I believe there's no problem in that. Like, screw that, is such a minor detail that doesn't make any difference at all. Okay, but if I need to change something later, I'll just do that. There's no problem. Like, really, there's really no problem. Okay. So now, how can I do this? Okay, what can I do now? Oh yeah, I can do the collisions for the objects. This is going to be quite a journey to finish the collisions, okay? So let me see, I'm streaming for almost 2 hours. Alright, yeah, I've been streaming a lot actually. But I'll leave the collisions for the objects to another time. I don't want to work on that right now. I'm very satisfied by just working on the collisions for the player. Again, they're kinda janky, but I don't mind. Like, really, it's good, you know, it's looking good. That's what really matters. I have so much stuff that I have to change on this game, you know, you have no idea. Like, the amount of stuff that I have to change in this game. I don't know, I'm thinking. I don't know, it's already 10:40. It's kind of early, but I think about ending today's stream right here. I think it's one of my shortest streams until now. Oh yeah, but this stream was very productive, you know, I managed to make the collisions for the player. This is something that I was actually procrastinating a lot. And I managed to fix the doors. Yeah, so I think it's good. I think it's looking great, you know. Like, there's so much stuff that I have to do in this game still. But I'm really liking it, okay? So let's just say that I'm really liking it. Maybe not the items so much. This is something that I'll have to remake very soon. But I believe that the shotgun is perfect the way that it is right now. Maybe if I'll add some more particles, it's going to look even better. Oh yeah, so I guess that I'll end today's stream here. I'm quite feeling that I need to do that, because I'm very tired and I want to take a break. So since it's very close to the time that I usually end my streams, not very close, it's like 20 minutes early from 11 p.m. where, like, when it's the time that I like to end my streams, that I'd like to end actually. Sometimes I end at, like, not 12, actually 11, yeah, sorry. I actually sometimes end at 12 p.m. but I usually like to end at 11 p.m. but I usually go towards 11 and 30 minutes. Yeah, 11:30 p.m. a.m. Sorry, a.m. 11 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Yeah. But since it's very close to 11 a.m. and I'm kind of tired right now, I'm going to take a small break and come back to work on the game until lunchtime. But, okay, I'll not stream. Okay, I'll do that off camera. But I believe we made lots of progress today. Like, all the collisions and stuff. I think that was productive. So yeah. Sorry for the shorter stream, right? But it kinda hits me really bad. Like right now, it got me good, you know? The laziness got me good. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy it. Thank you so much for participating here with me, for being here with me, and for watching in general, like watching my streams and everything. I'm very grateful for that. Like, if there's just one of you, one person that's watching my streams is already enough, you know? So thank you so much. I don't know if I'll stream again today. Probably not. I'll probably just stream again tomorrow in the morning again, right? Pretty much the same time. So yeah, thank you so much again for being here with me, and I'll see you soon. Até mais!